Good afternoon. Namaskar. Dignitaries, learned speakers, my brothers and sisters, mere Atman. It's not easy to be here in this hall at the last session, which is about to conclude, especially after the lunch and having lot of deliberation and thoughtful speakers and getting lot of ideas and information. I think we all have been enlightened. And the way the message is that you are the light. We have got now moral authority to lead this deliberation today in the term of reality. And based on all the deliberations, discussions, views, ideas, and suggestions and guidance given by every speaker and every participant, a committee has come out with a final document which is called New Delhi Declaration. The way I mentioned in the morning, and just to remind that time for talk shop is over and people want action. My sister Binishreen is just saying yes, that they are the one who were forced behind, and Swami Chidadanji had left, but day one when I met him in the Rishikesh, he said, Dr. Rai, make sure that this conference does not end in 3 days' time, rather it should be a continuous process to bring some activities and some programs to transform the life of the people, and that should be called action plan. So based on all those recommendations, I will just start quoting Vivekananda, because Vivekananda has been quoted earlier, and Vikrant Singh also started from Vivekananda Ramakrishna conversation about the God and consciousness. I think we have learned a lot. And Vivekananda said, get up and put your shoulders to the wheel. How long is this life for? As you have come into this world, leave some mark behind. Otherwise, where is the difference between you and the trees and the stones? They too came into the existence, decay and die. So I think we have realized who we are. We are the conscious soul. We are divine soul. That's why we have some responsibility also when we are on this earth. The way we say, Mata bhume putro ham prithibhya. Mother, the whole earth is our mother, and we are the children of that mother earth. So I will go through briefly the Delhi Declaration, which came out of this conference on 3 days, not 3 days, but many months of discussion, but 3 days rigorous talk, and to make this conference a movement. Movement for Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, movement for one family under God. Because we say that Udar Charita Nam Tu Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, how we can become broader minded, how we can encompass the whole world is the main thing, and what process we have to go to become the broader minded. And Delhi Declaration preamble talks the same thing which has been talked by many of the speakers. We, the delegations of the Global Peace Leadership Conference 2023, Indo-Pacific, assembled in New Delhi on April 11 to 13. You know that one day, whole day was by Manav Rachna for youth, empowerment, build youth, build the nation, and 2 days conference was in Le Meridian. And joining from across the globe, I think we have delegation from more than 25 countries, and including India. The globe have deliberated on the theme Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, vision for advancing human consciousness and peace. We are one family under God, and we affirm the GPLC 2023 outcomes as summarized in the New Delhi Declaration and Action Plan, calling for ongoing programs and activities to build a movement. That is what your words, everybody says that let us make it a movement. Build a movement and uplift human consciousness. That is what last speaker, I can say, Dr. Bikrant Tomar, who is the great speaker, and he has just come from UN, debating in Geneva and Barcelona and other places. He also said how we have to do and improve the consciousness. The consciousness and peace for achieving the goal of one earth, one family, one future. That is the slogan our Prime Minister has given, one earth, one family, one future. The vision statement says that recognizing that Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, a universal ideal, affirming that we are one family under God, reflect the aspiration of all people for harmonious and prosperous lives in peace, love, and brotherhood. Affirming that such expression of our shared humanity and spirituality hold the potential to shape a global ethical framework for peace and prosperity for all people. That is what the main theme is, that we all are one, we are one family of one God. Vision statement further says, noting that Indian philosophy underscores the concept of unity or oneness in existence, and that is the idea of interconnectedness of human being. Udar Charita Nam Tu Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam is how now being recognized in G20, C20 and other related groups and forums, affirming that the concept of global commons underscores the essential relationship of humans with nature and among the natural system. The way you heard Professor Menon, how he was concerned about the nature and how we should conserve and protect environment and nature. Vision statement further says, acknowledging that despite the threat of extremist violence, other things, we are asserting that now is the right time to create and advance peace concepts, human education, social cohesion, and environmental ecological balance and conservation in the light of emerging human consciousness, and recognizes our essential interconnectedness. Further recognizes that we urgently need a unifying vision that affirms the self-evident, transcendent truth that defines our common humanity, grounded in the universal principles that supports fundamental human rights and spiritual and moral essence of all people. Further affirming that such a unifying vision recognizes there is one source or essence of life, that we are all one family. And further that it is our moral duty to honor and uplift all in that family, to care for and protect our home on this earth, and to nurture and empower youth as owner of our own collective future. Therefore, it says that we undersign, those who will agree, you are most welcome to sign either the hard copy or the soft copy, committed to action plan to uplift human consciousness and peace for achieving the goal of one earth, one family, and one future. We propose a movement of moral and innovative leadership, highlighting the strength of united humanity to aspire civic society to take up and task of healing the world and propagating greater consciousness of shared human welfare, of creation, and of God. And to advance meaningful action towards the goal, we solemnly pledge, and this is the action plan which I will read now. Number one is, we should start promoting Peace Hub campaign, which is being launched along with the youth-led peace club to empower youth leadership and ownership and capacity for their peace-building movement with multi-sector partners. Second one, the action point is the global ethical framework and movement. I will not read details, you have the copy of that one. And third one is to encourage and inspire faith leaders and others to play a more significant role in educating and encouraging their followers towards a lifestyle of seva. I mentioned many times in my speeches that if you want to lead on the path of spirituality, seva is the best. Seva is the third level. We can say that you start giving. Many speakers talk about that. When you start giving, you are in the first level of spirituality. If you start having unconditional love, you have gone to the second stage. And when you have the seva in your life, you have reached to a level where you are really a spiritual divine soul. So we want to have seva service to others and to further global peace service corps alliance with youth, women, faith leaders and multi-sector of society with compassion as the divine force in addressing the serious challenge of poverty, environment and other key priorities, including the 2030 Sustainable Development Goal, which is the motto is no one should be left behind, is the motto of Sustainable Development Goal, and we have only 7 years to live. So we have to be very more active to see that how the world can be transformed and no one should be left behind. Fourth action plan point is about the LEAP Hub, youth leadership and entrepreneurship. That has done already in Maharashtra University, and you saw that young boys and girls, the students, how they have the innovative idea to transform the world into a better world to live in with the peace, harmony and dignity. So next one is, next action point which this declaration mentioned, to foster partnership with civil society, organization to create a global coalition working towards a shared vision for peace and prosperity, education and environmental conservation in furtherance of C20 policy recommendations. You know that the big work is being done by C20 in the support of G20, and we say that C20 does not believe in boundaries. It is open-ended. Everybody is part of the C20, and C20 will live forever till we achieve the Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. So we are in the support of C20 recommendations for the G20 hosted by India on the theme of one earth, one family and one future. And you are the light. That is what has been said by many speakers, including Vikransi, that you are the light now. From today you are the ambassador of peace, you are ambassador of promoting Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. Last one in the recommendation look like that to advance these ideas through the Indo-Pacific Leadership Forum, a multi-sectoral network of leaders, and encourages its implementation starting at the grassroots level of the extended family, communities and throughout academic and other society. As it has been explained by our chairman Dr. Moon also in his speech, if we have a document has no meaning unless you have the body to carry it and the vehicle, and that's why we need a forum which can take into the action of all the recommendations which you have agreed. Seventh point of recommendation in the action plan is to develop and implement strategies to upscale grassroots environmental conservation initiatives across nations, such as Million Tree Nursery Initiative in Kenya, Green Homes and Smart and Green City Neighborhood and Solid Waste Initiative in Nepal, policies addressing desertification in Mongolia, and blue economy linking preservation of the ocean together with efforts to preserve sacred Ganga, all the rivers, forests and creatures. Yesterday, Environmental Minister Ashwini Choube was with us, and he said that we have added more than 15 rivers in India to clean, and that's why I say rivers will move when both the banks are cleaner. So that is what slogan he has given as a environment minister, and that is what we have jotted in our action plan also. Number 8 is to engage think tank partners to research and analysis, best practices and policy recommendations through case study of services, educational, youth, women and interfaith peace initiative among partnering civic societies and countries, and to share these findings globally. We call the G20 members to share their experience and knowledge in promoting identical environmental aims and capacity building in other developing nations along with South-South cooperation. This is what is a consensus document agreed with all of you. I think those who agree, please clap or raise your hand and just adopt it by acclamation. I think you have the hard copy. You can sign this one. There's a QR also. You can scan it and you can sign electronically also. And this is your document. This is your vision. This is your responsibility. The way Vivekananda said, just get up, help your shoulders to carry the wheel. Similarly, this wheel will not be carried by one alone, by GPF or me or anybody, or Vikrant Tomar or or Tony Devine or Jim Flynn. You all, time has come, whole world had to join hand to promote this Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, one family, one future, and one earth. And thank you very much for your support. Thank you very much. If any one or two members want to...
Yeah, Romit, Walia and Shinde.